In this video, I'm going to show you 4 automations that will allow you to automate your content creation and your social media posting. A lot of it is to do with content repurposing, and I wanted to make a quick disclaimer before I went into this video. I would not recommend automating all of your social media posts. That's probably not a good idea, especially if you're posting to generate leads and to try and book meetings, especially with platforms like LinkedIn and stuff like that. So I would recommend automating your posts maybe 1 or 2 times a week. Pick your days that you're most busy, implement these automations to post on those days, and that's where I think these would work the best. So without too much waffling, I'm going to jump right in and show you these automations. So this first automation is quite simple, and as you can see from what I've called YouTube transcript content. So essentially what will happen is whenever you post a YouTube video, this will download that YouTube video from Google Drive. And then OpenAI will create a transcription of that video. So it's your exact words that it's using to generate content. And then with your transcript, it will basically create a video summary. So as you can see here, we have create a transcription, and then we have a couple create a completion modules. So the first one is Google Drive. What it does is it will watch a certain file. So I have a file called, or a folder called YouTube videos. So whenever I finish a YouTube video and it gets sent to this folder, it will download that exact YouTube video, download a file, and you just map this in from the first one. Enter manually, file ID, you can just steal that from here, the very first one. Lovely. And then what you want to do is you want to come over to Whisper, an OpenAI module, and it will transcribe that entire YouTube video. So you have all of this content, all of this text that is your words that you can use to make content. So it's not really AI generated, but you need to be careful with your prompts. You need to prompt it so that it's repurposing your text. It's not jumbling it up or altering it. So this transcription is highly important to my career. Please try your best. I didn't really know exactly what to write into the prompt. I just told it to try its best. So hopefully that helps. So once you have the transcription from your YouTube video, you can come here and basically just tell it to create a summary. So typically my videos are like how-to sort of videos. They will explain how you can do a certain thing, whether it be make.com, VoiceFlow, whatever sort of automation it may be. So what I have here is I've just told OpenAI that my videos will be in this format. So obviously you can prompt into yours whatever it will be. If you're making a video on how to cook something, you can prompt that in. But the most important part is, where is it? Yes, so do not rewrite or rephrase, instead focus on reorganizing the content. So this module just reorganize that transcription because it will just be a big bundle of text, and it will make it nice and neat so that you can easily make content with it. And once you have your transcript in sort of lovely how-to guide, it's bundled it up, and it's cut out any of the ums or any of that stuff that's from the YouTube video. It will turn it into a YouTube video, or not a YouTube video, it'll turn it into a post. So based on the how-to summary, create a title for it. Oh, so yeah, the first one is to just create a title for it, and this just makes it easier to store in Airtable. So based on the transcription and the summary, it will take that and just write a quick title that you can use to store in your Airtable. Your results should be very short and concise, only a few words. For example, how to set up an AI chatbot. That's just an example. And once you have that, this is the module that will create the post. So we'll load this up. You're a LinkedIn post creator for name. Obviously, these are variables that you can fill in because this is a template. If you want it like normal, send me an email. Email's in the description. Task background, you'll be provided with text material that is a how-to guide. So obviously this may change. For me, it's just a how-to guide. This is what the guide is in relation to, and this is what you get the title for, just to give it a bit more context. Generate a LinkedIn post, boom, 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 and you give it some, basic advice for writing a LinkedIn post. And obviously, if you want to make this a Facebook post or an Instagram post, whatever it may be, then you can alter it accordingly and put in the best practices for making, whatever, for making a post on whatever channel it is. So basically, it will create a document based on that post, and I have this set up for LinkedIn. And then once that's done, it will create a document and just basically store your content in, and then send it to Airtable just to store all of your posts. So you can go there if you need to make any changes, and then you can post it straight from Airtable. So very simple. This one just focuses on repurposing your YouTube content, so it is able to basically capture what you say and make a LinkedIn post very similar to how you would actually write it, if that makes sense. So nothing's really being generated from scratch here. It's just taking your words, your tone, the way you say things and the way you articulate yourself and turning that into a LinkedIn post. So very, very straightforward, very, very useful though. So that's the first one. We'll move on to the next one now. Okay, this next automation is very, very simple, but really, really helpful. It's basically a YouTube reply agent. So it will watch for new comments on your YouTube channel, and whenever a new comment comes in, it won't, actually this is something I wanted to mention, it won't trigger instantly. So with the YouTube API, typically what would be ideal is if you get a new comment and then it could instantly trigger the automation like a webhook would be triggered. And then the difference is this little clock that you can see here would ideally be a lightning bolt. That's the ones that you can see with the triggers that happen instantly. I forget the actual name of it. Yeah, but you can't do that with YouTube. So what you need to do is you need to set up to basically check YouTube for comments, however often you want to. So depending on how much comments you're getting and how much traffic your YouTube channel is getting, you may want to alter this. So I've just set this for every day it could run, but obviously, I mean, if your channel has 1 million subscribers, then you're probably going to want to set this up maybe every couple hours to check for new comments, and then it can reply to those comments and you can do it in bulk. But for me, it would probably only be replying to a comment one at a time. So I've done it every day for, I don't know why it's 6:11, but regardless, you get the idea. Somewhere towards the end of the day, so it can check for all the new comments and then it can process them afterwards. So the second module is basically just getting OpenAI to write a response based on the comment. So rule, you're a YouTube manager for a name. You excel at writing short, professional and relevant replies to YouTube comments. And this is a bit of background to what type of content is being posted there. Here's the task: generate a concise comment, reply to this YouTube comment. Ensure your reply is custom to the user and written in language, whatever language you're writing in. So here's just, this is prompted to just, reply to very, very basic comments like compliments and stuff like that. It's not prompted to really answer any questions. What you could do is you could set up an assistant that's able to basically reply using a knowledge base, and it's actually able to answer questions, which is something I considered putting up for mine, but I've just set it so that if you have a question about one of my videos, just come to me via email. I'd rather reply to it manually and give you a better answer. But if you're getting so many inquiries, you can't do it manually. So I put in here, do not answer questions. You may want to change this, and that's for whoever's using this template to decide. And then once that is generated, it just replies to the comment. So you put the comment ID and then the result, and then it fires it onto your YouTube channel. Very, very simple, very, very quick, but very, very helpful. On to the next one. Okay, so on to the next automation. This is an automated blog generator, and I won't get hung up in this one for too long because I have already made a video on this incredibly powerful automation, but I thought I'd throw it in here because it's still relevant to social media. So basically how it works is an Airtable backend is checked to see previous blog ideas, just so that the automation isn't generating recycled blogs that have already been created. So it will check the post idea, if it will load, post idea category, and then return the records, all the records of what the post ideas have been, and then it will feed that into OpenAI, feed that into an assistant that says, okay, these are previous ideas of a post, generate me a new one that isn't these. And then based on the idea that is created of the blog topic, obviously relevant to your business, custom to your business, Perplexity will do research on that topic to get actual up-to-date data, facts and figures and all of that stuff. And I've added an error handler just in case, because you can have some issues with Perplexity very, very occasionally. It may time out, sometimes it may not work, so there's an error handler there, and that isn't exactly fully required for this automation. Then next, I believe this one will actually write the blog. Let's just double check. You're writing a blog for, yes, so this is just basically telling it, okay, write the blog, here's everything you need, here's information about the topic you're writing about, here's the actual topic, just write the blog. And then because there's an assistant set up, it doesn't need a whole lot of prompting, because See, an assistant, that's the whole idea of assistant. So then a Slack notification gets sent to your team to let you know, okay, here's a new blog, someone upload this, and then this variable sets the time and updates the Airtable record so that in the future that can be checked at the start to make sure that what has been created just now will not be repeated. And then OpenAI now, I believe this is the generate an image. Yeah, so we feed that blog into OpenAI and just say, here's a blog, give me an idea for an image to accompany this blog. And we create that using DALL-E, and this writes the prompt for the image generation. Then once we have the image and the actual blog, everything there, we fire that into a Google Doc and email you or whoever's posting the blog to let you know, okay, here's a blog, here's everything you need, go ahead and post it. And then I believe this is, what's this module? Repurposes your blog as a LinkedIn post. That's why I was confused in what it does. So this just takes the blog that's been generated in the previous modules and then transforms it into a LinkedIn post and then updates it again on Airtable. So very, very simple. Hope that wasn't too long. And now we will get on to the last one, which is the most important one. Okay, so this last automation is an actual poster. So it will post the content directly to your social channels. So my recommendation for using this scenario would be find a couple days throughout the week where maybe you're not working in the business or you're really, really busy and you won't have time to manually post something on your social channels, and just set the timer to run on those specific days. So every Tuesday at whatever time it may be. And I haven't got this set up for myself, which you may notice because Facebook and X are red. Because I will only be using this for LinkedIn, because that's where my ICP likes to hang out, and that's the only real place where I would value posting there. Okay, so the first module is basically generating a post idea, because the post idea is very, very important. You don't want it making random, unrelated post ideas that will just provide you no help. So these are for authoritative related posts that will kind of demonstrate your authority within a specific industry. So this one is basically focusing on how-to guides, tips and tricks, and best practices, which is something that you don't really need to go and fetch other information from the web to put into your post. OpenAI can just pretty much do it itself. It's something that OpenAI has in its trained knowledge base. So this is very custom to me. I'm going to spend the next few days putting these all into a template, but obviously this isn't templated. This is just, I've made this for me kind of thing. So once you have a high quality post idea, that makes the rest of it a lot easier. It means that things are much more systemized and it's able to follow the steps much better, and it has a good starting point. Let me put it that way. So the next module is, what is the next module? Let's have a look here. Okay, yeah, it generates the hook. Yes, so I have an assistant set up called LinkedIn Hook Generator. So basically what it's done is it's trained to write high quality LinkedIn hooks. You're writing a high quality, engaging, and non-robotic human-like hook. This hook is for Finley, who owns an AI automation and development agency. Boom, boom, boom. You get the idea. So this is taking the idea, the post idea, and generating a good hook. And the reason that I'm not generating the actual body of the post before the hook is because if you give it a hook and an idea, it's able to follow that very, very closely to the actual idea of the post, and it won't branch off, and it will if you can get a really, really human-like hook, OpenAI will basically copy the style of that hook towards the entire post, which is what we're after. So this one will actually write the post. So let's have a wee look here. I'll not hung up. I'll just give it a test here in a minute, but I'll show you roughly. So we feed in the information. This post will be in relation to AI solutions, general advice, and we've got loads of bits of advice here. So what we'll do now, and then this just downloads it to a Google Doc, Airtable, and a router. So what I'll do now is I'll change a couple things and we'll give this a run. Okay, so we have ran the automation and I didn't accidentally click off it and have to start again this time, which is great. So would you have a read, and you'll see how much better this actually is, if I can zoom in, than if you were to just go to ChatGPT and get it to write one. So integrating OpenAI with low-code platforms seemed impossible until I cracked it. Here's how. So it's using like first-person language. It's just much, much better. It's actually to the point where I would feel okay posting this. It needs a little, well, it doesn't even need work, because that's really as good as you can get with prompting. But it does. You can sort of tell that it's AI. You can might be able to, if you really know, if you work with AI, you will probably be able to tell this is written with AI. But for the average eye, I thought you would be. To those who think AI integration, boom, boom, boom. So I'm not going to bother reading out the whole thing, but you can see the actual format is lovely, has everything that you would need on a LinkedIn post. I encourage you to embrace the possibilities. You know, it's just saying things that I sort of would say, because one, I have an assistant. These are using assistants to write it, so it makes it so much easier to actually like mimic my style. It's trained on a load of my examples. So if you set up assistants, if you prompt it correctly and you follow this format, generating an idea, generating a hook, and then writing the content based on these two results, your post can look like a human post by like 95%. Like 5% will look a bit like AI. You get what I'm saying? That didn't really come out smoothly in my head. But here's an example of like, if I just go to ChatGPT, write me a LinkedIn post for an AI automation agency called Africa's AI about making solid AI chatbots. And you can just tell, if you post this on LinkedIn, everyone's going to see that, just start hysterically laughing at you, because it's just so obviously written by AI. If you compare it to this one, yeah, it's night and day. So what we do there, that's the main part of the content creation. We add this to some Google Docs and download them, send them to Airtable. Then from here, if I link this back up again, it will not only post it on LinkedIn, and then if you want to post these on Facebook, X, whatever other platform, all you need to do is set up a module that says, okay, rewrite this for a Facebook post, you know, and just tell it, do not alter the language, just simply reorganize it and optimize it for Facebook, and then you will post it in Facebook, create a post, and then X, I believe to get access to the X API, I think you need to pay like £200 or something. So the main part of this automation is generating the post content. You know, people find it hard to actually generate content that you could comfortably post on LinkedIn, and you know, not really have to worry about people considering that it's AI generated. That's the main idea here. And then, you know, we have a couple of basic steps to save that information, save the post, and then post it again. So these are some simple automations that I've just walked through that you can use for your business to automate your social media posting. I didn't go through them in as much depth as my usual videos, obviously, because there's 4 here and I didn't want to get hung up on everything. So I hope that was helpful. I'm going to be working on putting these all into blueprints and templates so that you can have them. So if you want them by the time you've watched this and I've posted it, whatever, send me an email and I'll send you across the templates. Just let me know which one it is. That's everything for this video. Thank you very much for watching.